everybody. My name is Leah Ramirez, and today I'm going to be giving a speech on how to keep a pencil case organized. Bottom line is if you do not use it or need it, it's clutter and it has to go. Sherry Swartz said this. All of us try to keep a very organized school life or work life, but we often tend to fail. We try to keep organized lives, but often tend to become very disorganized in the process. My mother keeps a very organized life, so of course she's taught me to keep a very organized life. And my younger sister, and now even my baby sister, is learning how to keep an organized life. She organizes her toys now. After learning her tricks, I did extensive research on how to keep a pencil case organized. I found on WikiHow how to keep a pencil case organized, 5 different steps. It was co-published actually by 33 different people, and it was published on March 22nd in 2018. The purpose of my speech is to describe how to keep a pencil case organized. I will show you how to gather your materials, how to separate your materials, and how to store them neatly into your pencil case. So let's first take a look at how to gather our materials. So when trying to keep a very organized pencil case, you want to make sure that everything in your pencil case still works. You don't want to go reaching for a pencil or a pen and find out, oh no, it doesn't have ink or it doesn't have lead in there, and then squirming to find something that does work. Less clutter means more organization. So after making sure that each item still works, then separate your items by what you use most to what you don't even use at all. So usually I don't need a second whiteout. I took out my calculator because I don't need it for this semester. Take out maybe a Sharpie. You can do whatever you want with those items. You can toss them, put them to the side, whatever you want. So now that we've looked at how to gather them, let us turn our attention at how to separate our items. With pens and pencils, I like to separate them by what I use most to what I use the least. So pencils I usually use the most. Then pens will come right after because I use those a lot. Doing this will actually help me figure out what I want to keep in my pencil case and what I don't want to keep in there. With my items like my Sharpies and my crazy pens and my highlighter. With your big items like your calculators or your whiteout or your Post-its, that type of stuff, first, make sure that each item still fits. You don't want to go trying to put everything in your pencil case, then go putting in your calculator and it doesn't fit. You want to keep everything organized and you don't want to keep your pencil case too heavy or have too much in there. Then after making sure that they fit, then you can decide if you want to keep your items in that pencil case. Now that we've looked at how to separate them, let's turn our attention on how to store them in the pencil case. With items like pens and pencils, usually I like to keep my pencils in the front pocket to ensure that they won't get dirty, and usually pens like to explode, so I keep them in the front pocket for that purpose. Pens, same thing, I'll put them in here so I know where they are at all times. I can just grab one, take one and grab one, put it back, just do whatever. With my Sharpies, my special pens, and just the extra stuff, I'll throw it in the back. I don't really need them, but I know that they're there. So with my whiteout, I'll put it on top. With items like that, like your tape or your whiteout or your calculator or, anything like that, you could just go ahead and put it in there. You know where it is at all times. With items like Post-its, I don't recommend putting them in with the pencils and pens, usually because then they get dirty and ruined. So usually, I'll stick my Post-its in the front. Usually I like to buy pencil cases that have a front pocket for that purpose. If not, I'll go ahead and stick my Post-its in a Ziploc bag, then put it into the pencil case. We've looked at how to gather our materials, how to store our materials, and how to separate our materials and how to store them neatly into our pencil case. The purpose of my speech was to describe how to keep my pencil case organized. All of us try to keep a very organized school life. We do this to have focused and successful lives in the future. We don't try to become very disorganized. We try to keep our organization as much as possible because if you're not organized, then you're just stressed about everything. Keeping an organized pencil case will help you keep an organized life. Bottom line is, if you do not use it or need it, it's clutter and it has to go. Sherry Swartz said this. Thank you.